Hey everyone, Derek John Davis, aka the Strategy Man. And today I want to talk to you about no regrets. It's a big mantra of mine, no regrets. And I want to ask you that if you went under a bus tomorrow, and it can happen to us any time, what would you regret? Have you lived fully? Are you happy with the answer to that? And right now at this point, I'm prepping for Everest, as most of you well know, and gets me to ask some mortal questions. I'm not stupid. That Everest is probably one of the most dangerous places on Earth, and there's a risk up there, and there's a risk that I could die. Now, I don't say that in a morbid fashion. It's just factual. But I could die by getting on an airplane or going under a bus or anything else. So I take it in my stride, so to speak. But it does let me ask mortal questions. So, and it's been a big part of me for a decade. I asked these questions over a decade ago, and I didn't like the answers I got. At that time, I was smashing it in business and doing a number of other things, but adventure was the one thing that I'd regret. If I look back and gone at my life at that point, if I had died at that point a decade ago, I would have regretted not exploring the world, not having my adventures, not exploring the best this Earth's got to offer. That would have been my regret at that time. And I've gone to work in the last 10 years to make sure that that doesn't happen again. Now, you've got to ask yourself these questions, So is it you just sucked into your business, you sucked into your career, are you so busy that you've actually lost the point and the purpose of where you're at and what you're doing? It's a very reflective question, and one that I really encourage you to spend some time on. Everest's been one of the biggest decisions of my life recently. I've got 3 beautiful children. I've got amazing businesses. I've got a beautiful wife. The kids, the home, everything. I'm blessed. And surely should that be enough for me? And it is. It's more than enough for me. But equally, I know in my very DNA that I'm drawn to the adventures that I'm drawn to. It's part of the reason I was put on this planet, and I can't quite explain it. I think I'll be able to explain it once I come back from Everest. But for me, that's about living with no regrets. I know that if I go out having lived this life fully and given it all. And that's all I think we can do in life, is give it our full shot whilst we're here. So I ask you to contemplate that question. If this was your last week, how would you live it? Are you doing everything? Is there anything you regret? And if there is, go to work. Take some many steps towards it. I made that decision a decade ago, and I made steps towards it from that moment. I also lost my father. That's another story. But I lost my father, and he died with his dreams intact. And I swore that I would never do that, and I would live this life fully whilst I was here. Now, in order to help you and encourage you on this way, we're going to, as a pre-Everest gift, we're giving away my first book, Life's Great Adventure. Thankfully, we have control on the rights, and the publishers backed me on this. So you're going to get a free copy of the book. If you want to really explore this in depth, that book was my legacy laid down to my children. So, and it's something that's been hugely personal to me, and something we haven't really pushed for the last 2 years because we've been focused on the business side. But it's my gift to you. So I encourage you to reflect on that question. We go straight in on that question in chapter 1. So download the book and come and join us on this journey. And let's live a life with no regrets.